What is up, survivors? Today we're going to be talking about how to tame the Sinomacrops, one of the new creatures on the Lost Island map. It's a pretty straightforward tame. All you probably need is a little bit of regular gear, some chitin, and a little bit of patience. I'm going to show you where you can find these guys, how to tame them, and what they do. Alright, so out of all the areas that I have been trying to find safely to tame the Sinomacrops, I believe this is probably one of the best areas. And let me pull out the GPS so you guys can see what I'm talking about. 64.6, 52.9. And we're sitting here right in that little river that's in that bottom portion right here. So basically, I see these guys come up and down this canyon. Now, it's kind of important because you can't tame these guys outdoors. If you try to put a roof on them, it's not going to work. None of that crap will. So you want to make sure that you're not like too far into these cave walls, or else it might try to read it as being indoors and might fail on you. Bring a couple of weapons because you might see something like arthropluras, an occasional snake out here, but that's pretty much it. All right, so I see one Sinomacrops out here. See one over here. Looks like he's pretty chill. She looks okay. So when their wings are flapping really fast like that. Oh, here we go. Hi, how you doing? I was waiting for hearts. There you go. Wow, that was almost done first try. All right, so you saw kind of what happened. That kind of happened randomly. I didn't really expect that to happen, so there we are. But you'll see the little hearts pop up when you're close to it. It'll fly to you, and you can hand feed it the chitin in your last slot. When you see the hearts pop up and they're coming towards you, don't go towards them. Don't move towards them. You can back up all you want. You can sidestep, but don't move towards them. Now that the one is starting to become tamed, you can open up your Taming Manager here and track it. This will keep tabs on how close you are to this guy. As you can see, we're about 61 meters out. From what I can see, stay about 50 meters. Stay around 50 meters. If you get too close to it, you'll spook it, it'll get mad and fly away somewhere else. If it gets too far away from you, it won't be able to find you and come back. And this guy might be stuck on a rock, but the problem is that you don't want to get too close to this guy and him to get spooked. So I'm actually going to try to go across the water and see if I can pull him over in that direction. What I found in this spot is that oftentimes that's what I ended up doing, was kind of just going back and forth. Close enough to these guys so that they know where I'm at, but far enough away so they don't get spooked. If you get too close to them, they get aggravated. And if they get aggravated, you're going to have to start this thing all over again. And the way you can tell real quick if they're hostile or not is... Let me pull up my spyglass real quick. Hello. Look at you. Are you going to... Oh, look at you. Here, let me feed you too, huh? Just feed a bunch of you down here. Anyway... If you notice how the wing speed on these guys are flapping, they're flapping pretty moderately. If they're spooked, the wings will flap like twice as fast. That's what you want to watch out for. And it looks like that guy is getting closer to wanting to become tamed. It looks like I got quite a few of them flying over here at me right now. But really, I want to get that one out of the rock, but I think it's stuck. I don't know for certain. At any rate, as you can see, I'm kind of just hanging out here. Oh, no. Hey, looks like he's free now. Looks like he's got out. Okay. Alright. Hello. Think you want me to feed you. They'll hover in place if they can't find a place to land. That's essentially what they'll do. Yeah, see? Look at that. You fly off too. Not too worried about you guys, though. That's the one I want, and its taming bar is going down, which tells me that it's probably ready to be fed. It just needs to find me again. Yeah, taming bar is definitely going down. I just need it to fly this way. I got a mob of them going on over here. Oh, wait. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. He sees me. Bam. There we go. Pick you right up. That's it. Look at it. Plenty of you guys just wandering around. Everybody wants some. You want some? Here you go. You can have one too. You're tame. What about you? There you go. Have some chitin. Everybody gets chitin. This is a pretty simple one, right? So, I see these guys around in the swamp, which can be super annoying. because the swamp can be kind of a vicious place with everything trying to attack you, or they're flying away like crazy through the trees and you're trying to keep track of them. Down in this canyon, it doesn't happen nearly as often because they're kind of stuck. They'll go side to side and that's pretty much it. It's much easier to maintain eye contact as far as where they are as well. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple tame. You just feed a chitin, but this location makes it a lot easier, mainly because of the outlet, because of how the canyon's laid out, and because there isn't very many aggressive creatures. This is where I would highly recommend taming these guys at over just about any other place that I've seen. But keeping the taming tracker on is going to help you out quite a bit. Like I said, look at all these that are still going around. So I'm going to untrack all these just to make my life easier. But once they're tamed, they're pretty straightforward about what they do. I'm going to whistle stop this one so he just kind of chills out and throw this one down. Actually, let's get you some chitin as well. These guys eat chitin all day long. It's what they're going to eat after you tame them too, so you're definitely going to need more chitin. Fun fact, these guys can wear helmets too. You can put helmets on them so they can wear helmets. Wait a minute. Is it possible? Can we do this? Can you wear this? Can you wear that? Oh my god. That's gorgeous. Oh, look at that. If that isn't the most adorable thing I've ever seen. I love it. All right. So, yeah, I really didn't think that was gonna work. Let me take this back off. Oh my gosh. All right, back on subject. Anyway, so like I said, finding these guys in the canyon, much easier. As you can see, they're flying around all over the place here. The two things you want to pay attention to when you're taming them is keep your distance from the Sinomacrops. If you get too close to them, they're going to get spooked, they're going to fly away, it's going to be a giant pain in the butt. And even stay a little closer, right? So that's why I said like that 50 to 40 meter buffer mark is probably the best place to sit at. That'll get that, because then it can register where you are and still come back to you, and you can still keep eye contact on it and figure out what's going on that way. But all in all, it can be a little tricky, but like I said, this location makes it a lot easier. Just make sure you got some chitin and a little bit of patience. You should be just fine. Once tamed, these guys have actually a lot of really fun uses. For one, they kind of work like a glider chute. They kind of work like a parachute. It's like a parachute glider all wrapped in one. But yeah, you can, with the holding in space, you can elevate with these guys. You can use them like a parachute almost. And then in sea, you can use these guys as a glider chute as well. So they can hang around for you. So they can get you around a lot better. More importantly, I'm going to throw this guy on the ground so I can show you real quick. They have this cool option to enable auto scream. Now, what this screen does is it scares away a bunch of creatures, a bunch of small creatures, to include things like Troodons, the seagulls that are always stealing stuff from you on the beaches, like all the little annoying microraptors, like all those little annoying guys that bother the crap out of you, right? These guys are perfect for that. It emits a yell and it scares them away and they all run away. Now with bugs, it'll actually do straight up damage and sometimes even kill them. And on top of that, the Sinomacrops does extra damage against any insect. And I mean any insect, not just little ones the same size. I mean, you can take these things into caves and they'll kill scorpions and spiders and all that good stuff too. They do an immense amount of damage for their size against these things. They're really good for that. So really good for cave diving, I would say. You can actually set these guys to auto scream if you want to, or you can set them to only scream while they're aggravated, or you can just tell them to just scream. And as you can see, the wings pop up with the cool, crazy effects. Other thing to note is it looks like they actually get a weight reduction, everything in their inventory, right? So let's test something out. This stack of 60 bullets weighs 6 on here, only weighs 3 on the Sinomacrops. It means that these guys can work like a little backpack for you and carry just about anything and save you a little room. So even if you're out harvesting or whatever, just grabbing little things here and there, they're perfect for that as well. They seem to scare away small stuff in the ocean as well. Actually, I've seen them actually scare away mantas. I don't know if that was like on purpose or not, but they do. Yeah, love these guys. They're great. I think they're one of the best shoulder pets, honestly, at this point, because of how useful they are. And I love the fact that they scare away some of the smaller stuff, because that makes just everyday cruising around the island on foot so much easier. And as you can see, I'm making a lot of friends out here. Everybody wants to be friends with me right now, which is pretty hilarious. Anyway, this is the Sinomacrops. I love these guys. I highly suggest going out and taming them. They're pretty simple. Oh, and obviously also you can breed these guys. They lay eggs, so you can definitely still breed them. All that good stuff. That's pretty much it. That's it, guys. That's taming a Sinomacrops. It's pretty straightforward. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I will see you on the next one.